I'm going to show you how to make a purely delicious lemon cake that's super easy to make and perfect for the whole family. It's completely gluten-free and caressed with a lovely yogurt frosting. So what I'm doing now is I'm actually going to use the zest and the juice of 4 lemons. I know it seems like a lot, but I'm making 2 cakes here because it's going to be sandwiched together at the end. Now what you can do, and what I sometimes also like to do, is I like to just put the zest of an orange in there as well. It sort of balances out that citrusy flavour and makes it taste purely delicious. A lot of gorgeous zest which goes straight into my mixing bowl, followed by the juice of 4 beautiful juicy lemons. I'm going to squeeze my juice just over a little sift here, just to make sure that I don't get any pips. Beautiful vitamin C rich lemons. And this is going to make this cake taste so delicious and so tangy because it's not too sweet either. You've got all this magnificent juice just going straight into the bowl. Now to this I'm adding 8 eggs. Now remember, for each cake, I'm making 2 cakes here, so for each cake it's around 4 eggs for each one. But I'm adding 8 eggs straight into the bowl. 2. I'm also going to add 1 cup of beautiful extra virgin olive oil. So heart healthy, so delicious, and it's going to keep the cake lovely and moist. A nice generous blob of vanilla. Some gorgeous maple syrup. Now you can use honey as well. So a cup of that. Get my trusty little whisk and give it a good mix, making sure that all the eggs are mixed up with all the olive oil and all the maple syrup and all the juice. So it's important when making cakes, whichever sorts of cakes, doesn't matter if they're gluten-free or not. It's important when making cakes to combine the wet ingredients first, and that way you know it's going to be mixed perfectly into the dry ingredients. Beautiful, lovely, lovely. Now to this we are adding, now it looks like a lot, but it's not really, but it's 600 grams of almond meal because I am making 2 cakes, remember? So this is going to make it taste extra delicious. Almond meal is gluten-free too, which is really, really good, and it makes the cake lovely and moist. Now I'm adding 4 teaspoons of gluten-free baking powder. 3, 4. And I'm mixing that all the way through. Look at that, beautiful, lovely, beautiful and citrusy too. Now I'm going to pour this into 2 20cm lined baking pans, and you notice that I've just lined the base and the sides with some baking paper. Let's try and be even with this. 1, and I'll scrape out the rest. Beautiful, lovely, yellowy, golden. This is going to be so delicious, and just scrape out all the excess. Just making sure that they're semi-even so the cakes bake evenly. Perfect. Okay, so these are going to go into a moderate oven around about 160 degrees fan force for around about 45 minutes. So whilst the cake is cooking, I'm going to show you how to make the most delicious yogurt frosting you'll eat in your whole life, and that's perfect for this cake. Now, to make this yogurt frosting, you've got to make a Labneh, and I'll show you how easy it is to make at home. First, I've just got a bowl and I've just got a little strainer in here. You can even use a bit of a Chuck's wipe, or you can even use a stocking if you like. But I've got a nut milk bag, the Healthy Chef nut milk bag, very big and luscious, that I'm putting over the strainer, and it's pretty easy. You get really good quality Greek style yogurt, and you spoon it into your nut milk bag, or if you've got a piece of muslin cloth or even a clean chuck swipe, that's also great. But we're going to spoon all of this, there's a litre in here, into the nut milk bag, and this is going to create the best yogurt frosting. But Labneh is also fantastic if you're having party dips and whatnot, so I might show you how to do that later as well, and just drizzle it with some olive oil and have that with some beautiful crusty bread or cucumber. So whilst that's there, you bring all the sides up. Now you let this rest, and this is going to rest in the fridge, preferably overnight, if not at least a few hours to get nice and thick. But here's one that I made earlier. And I'm going to put it into this bowl and you'll see exactly what I mean. Now this has had overnight to strain and thicken. Look how delicious this looks. Lovely, creamy and silky smooth, and so tangy, full of probiotics and very good for you. But look at this. This is all the liquid, all the whey that's strained out of the yogurt overnight. So it's quite a lot. So you can use the whey, you can use it in dressings, you can even use it in your smoothie. Lots of ways to use it, so don't throw it out. So into the Labneh, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to caress with a generous amount of vanilla. And just a little bit of maple. You can also use a bit of honey as well, not too much. And that's pretty much it. You don't want too much in this. You still want the tanginess, and you don't want it too sweet either. So we're folding that through, and this is going to make the most delicious frosting for the lemon cake. Now all you need to do is just store this in the fridge until you're ready to ice your cake. So the cakes are out of the oven and they've cooled now, so they're lovely and cold. And I'm going to ice them. I'm going to show you how easy it is to frost. So these are beautiful. So as you see, I've got two lovely cakes. Now with the first cake, where you're icing a cake, it's really important to tip it upside down. That way you're going to get a nice, flat, even surface when you ice that first layer. And pretty much try and get it in the middle of your wheel if you have a wheel. This is going to be beautiful on the cake. Now any leftover frosting can be eaten for breakfast or as part of a gorgeous fruit platter any time of day. You want a lovely thin layer in the middle. You don't want it too thick, but just enough to sandwich it together. Perfect. Now, we're going to top it with the second piece, upside down as well, making sure it's all even. Now, any uneven bits, it's okay. You can always patch it up with some more frosting. But this goes over the top. Now we're going to make like a naked cake. So the sides will be semi-covered, but not fully. And be generous with the frosting, it's good for you. Look at that now. The sides, magnificent. Looks quite cool when you've got some of the sides exposed as well. Love these little naked cakes. Now we're going to smooth out the top. Okay, just give it another little swirl. Look at that, looks magnificent. Now you can have the cake just as it is, or you can decorate it any which way you want. You can put berries on it. You can even put things like rosemary and bay leaf, which is beautiful. It looks very, very fresh and vibrant. So just a few sprigs of rosemary. And some lovely bay leaves. I love it, just looks so beautiful and fresh. Lovely, lovely, and maybe just some dried pineapple. You can put some lemons in there as well, but pineapple I think looks just beautifully and marries well with the lemon as well. Looks beautiful. And there you go, my lovely, luscious lemon sunshine cake. Enjoy, guys.